All right, here we are. We're playing a custom Sudoku puzzle. This is a Sudoku puzzle, a challenge that was given to us by David, aka Gordian Tangle, aka that other David guy. This was the constraints of the puzzle were designed by David, and the puzzle itself was set by Star Origami, whose puzzles we've done on the channel before. The two of them work together. Quad Bike by Star Origami. Originally, Star Origami was skeptical that this rule set was powerful enough to lead to a solve, but apparently it is, which is sick. Okay, so here are the rules. If you don't know these terms, I'll try to explain them briefly, but you can also look them up because I guess both of the constraints used in this puzzle are kind of, they've been seen before in custom Sudoku puzzles, but this is the first time that they've been put together, which is kind of cool. Okay, so the rules of quadruples, which are these little circles, are that if there are numbers in a circle, that means that these numbers have to show up in the adjacent 4 cells. So this 1, 2, 7 here means that of these 4 cells, 3 of them have to be 1, 2, and 7, etc. So that's quadruples. Those are pretty straightforward. They're standard constraint. Cycles apparently are mostly a thing that David and Star Origami have worked on. So the way that cycles work is if you have a horizontal cycle, then let's say that you have a horizontal cycle of length 5. That means that there are 5 digits where if you follow the cells to which the numbers in those cells in the cycle point, then you get a loop. So in other words, let's say that this is like 3 and this is 6 and this is 8 and this is a 1. So this is a horizontal cycle of length 5. Because if you start at one of them and you follow like where it goes, so let's start here. This points us to 1, which points us to 3, which points us to 6, which points us to 5, which points us to 8, and that points us back to 1. So there's like a closed loop path within these cells. So the second rule, besides the normal quadruples rule in this puzzle, is that all of the given digits, so all of the digits that are contained within these circles, wherever they show up, they are a part of a horizontal or vertical cycle. We don't know which. We have to discover that as the solver of that length. So in other words, let's say that this is a 3, then, and you know, this is an 8, for example, then this 3 is part of either a horizontal cycle of length 3 or a vertical cycle of length 3. In addition, this 8 is part of either a vertical cycle of length 8 or a horizontal cycle of length 8. Those are the rules. Those are all the rules. Okay, so where's any information? Okay, so there's one thing that we know. If a 1 is a part of a 1 cycle, that means that the 1 has to be on the 1th row or column. So if there's a 1 here, then the only way for the 1 in this quadruple to be in a 1 cycle is for it to be here or here, in which case it would be in a vertical 1 cycle, right? So we've got a 1 here or here, and similarly, we have a 1 here or here. So we know that the 1s have to be on the edges of the board, right? We know that this can't be a 2, and this, we know that this can't be a 2, because if it was a 2, then it would be part of a 1 cycle, not a 2 cycle, because 2 points to itself. So there's that. So I don't know how or whether it's useful to indicate that a 2 can't be here. So I guess that means that the one of these has to be a 2, right? Oops. One of these has to be a 2. That's basically what we've indicated there. Are there any other places where this can't be a 3 for exactly the same reason? So one of these is a 3, right? So the 6 can only go... Well, no. 6 could pretty much go anywhere. One of these is a 3. One of these is a 2. This can't be a 4. This can't be a 5. This can't be a 6. And we got 2 6s here. So there is this... Okay. Haha. I got some numbers, boys. All right. This can't be a 6 because then it would have to be like a... For the same reason that this can't be a 2 and this can't be a 3, right? This can't be a 6. But there have to be 2 6s. Now, if one of those 6s was here, then it would mean that... this guy can't be a 6 and this guy can't be a 6 for regular Sudoku rules, right? So like if there was a 6 here and there couldn't be a 6 here, then the puzzle would be unsolvable. So the 6s must be here and here, which means there must be 3s. There must be either a 3 here or a 3 here. So we have a 6 here. We've placed 2 numbers. Where does 1 go in box 1? Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, well played, well played. No, absolutely fantastic. Okay, so if there's a 1 here, by like normal Sudoku notation rules, if there's a if there's a 1 here, or I'm just saying, Loop Hero isn't very intensive gameplay wise. Although I did have fun playing as much of it as I did. If there is a 1 here, then there can't be a 1 anywhere else in this row/column. I just meant this row, and same with this column, right? There's a 1 here, so there can't be a 1 anywhere else, which means that there has to be a 1 somewhere in here. So we can center 1 or a 6, and then this is a 3. This could be a 2. This could be 2 or 3. This could be 2 or 3. And then in the corners, there we go. So these are the 4 possibilities. For these squares, as far as I'm concerned. Hi, Sophia. How's it going? What you up to? I recommend 3 colors. Horizontal, vertical. And I'm not sure yet, but the cell needs a cycle. Okay. I understand. Okay. Now... So, okay, so let's color horizontal cycle and vertical cycle. Let's do, how do we pick? We pick arbitrarily. How about gray for undecided, red for horizontal cycle, and blue for vertical cycle, maybe? So this is on the 6th, so what did I just say? Horizontal... Red horizontal, blue vertical, and gray for undecided. So this has to be part of a horizontal cycle because it can't be part of a vertical cycle. It would point to itself. So this is colored red and this is colored blue. So we've got a horizontal cycle length 6 and a vertical cycle length 6. So we don't know whether the 3 is here or here yet, I think. But we'll keep going. Let's see. What are we doing here? So one of these has to be a 4, right? So I guess we can just mark that out, which means that there can't be a 4 anywhere else here or anywhere in here. So one of these has to be a 4. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Because this is part of a horizontal cycle that points to this, and this is part of a vertical cycle that points to this. This can't be in either a horizontal cycle or in a vertical cycle because in either case, it participates in the same direction cycle as one of these 6s, which is not allowed. So this can't be a 3. This is where the 3 has to be. For the same reason that there couldn't be like a 6 here, right? Sleepy time? All right, have a good night, Poison. Okay, that makes a ton of sense. And we also have no idea whether this is a vertical or a horizontal cycle. All right, okay. Now that checks out. All right, cool. So now we have a 3 either here or here. And we have a 3 either here or here, which means that this 3 is here by regular Sudoku rules. And we have... I think we have no clue which direction this one is in, but we made a lot of progress. Okay. Okay, check this shit out. I think I was just about to get there on my own. Okay, so if there's a 2 here, then there would have to be a 3 either here or here for this to be in either a horizontal or vertical 2 cycle. The only issue is that a 3 here can't be in a horizontal 3 cycle because it points to itself. That's a 1 cycle. Similarly, this can't be in a vertical 3 cycle because it would point to itself. That would be a 1 cycle. And so if this can't be in a horizontal 3 cycle, that means it has to be in a vertical 3 cycle. But if this is a 2 and this is a 3, that means that they're both vertical 2/3 cycles, and that's an issue because you can't have 2 things in a cycle in the same direction of a different length. Same argument with if instead of here the 3 was here, if the 2 is here, they would both be in a horizontal cycle of length that number. That's not kosher. So this thing must necessarily, not be a 2. This thing must not be a 2. So now the 2 is either here or here. If the 2 is here or here, then the 3 must be here, right? For it to be a cycle of the appropriate, right? So that means that the 3 is here. And so no 3 for you. Question mark? Now where does the 3 go? Right here, baby. We did it. Okay, cool. All right. Makes sense. So one of these is a 2. That gives us another 3 as well. Ah, of course it does. Just it's regular. I'm the worst at combining regular Sudoku rules with like the super crazy rules, right? Okay, this is definitely a 3, which is sick. Okay, so wait, that helps us as well. Cause okay, so this can't be part of a vertical 3 cycle, so it has to be part of a horizontal 3 cycle, which is blue. So actually maybe for like visibility reasons, we make it periwinkle. So this is part of a horizontal 3 cycle. So there's 3, 1. So there has to be a 1 either in the 1 slot. Sorry, there has to be an 8 in either the 1 slot or the 6 slot. One of these is an 8. I guess I'll do this, even though that's not how this notation works. You got your color wrong? Oh, sorry. You're totally right. This is red. I forgot my own convention. Okay, so if there's an 8 here or here, that means one of these has to be the 8, right? One of these has to be the 8. So that's cool. That's cool. Oh, this has to be next to a 3. Or there has to be a 3 next to this. There can't be a 3 here, here, or here because of this 3 or this 3. So there has to be 3 here, right? And we don't know the directionality. We do because this is on the 3rd. So this can't be a horizontal 3 cycle, so it must be a vertical 3 cycle, which is periwinkle. That also gives us this 4, which is sick. This 4 has to be part of a horizontal 4 cycle. Sorry. Oh yeah, I was right. Part of a horizontal 4 cycle because it can't be part of a vertical 4 cycle because that would be a cycle of length 1. Okay. That's decent progress. For normal Sudoku reasons, we've restricted the 3 in box 7 to either here or here. So that's pretty cool. All right. What else is there? So if this points to this, and for this to be a vertical 3 cycle, if this was a 6, that would point to here, and this would have to be a 4 to point back here, which it can't be. So this has to be a 1. Which means that neither of these can be 1s. So this is now a 2-6 pair. So there's a 1 here. So 3, 1, and to complete the cycle, this has to be a 4. So that's cool. Now there's a horizontal F. We know that this is the 1, then this is the 8, right? Because there's a horizontal 3 cycle here. So this is an 8, which means that this is not an 8, which is cool. So we got our horizontal 3 cycle here. That's exciting. We don't know if there's a horizontal or vertical cycle yet. It depends on where the 6 is. It has to participate. Ah, okay. So there's either a 2 here or here. So we'll do one of these to kind of remind ourselves of that. Because if this is a 6, then to complete this horizontal cycle, then the 2 would be here. So it depends on where the 2 is. Finish quadruple logic, box 1. Okay, let's finish quadruple logic, box 1. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Oh, of course. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. 2 here, 6 here, because this has to be adjacent to a 2, and that's the only... Okay. And so this is part of a vertical cycle, which means that this is part of a horizontal cycle, which means that this is a 2, which means that this is not a 2. I mean, it could be, I guess. No, it can't be. There's already a 2 here. So one of these is a 2. Okay. One of these is a 1 and the other is a 2. So this is already fulfilled. And this is also fulfilled. Okay. That means that there has to be a 7 here, right? One of these is a 7. Don't forget to color the 6 in box 1. Good call, good call. This is pointed at horizontally by this 3, so this has to be part of a vertical cycle, which means it is periwinkle. And it points at this, so this can't be a 2, by the way. So 2 has to be elsewhere, because that would make a 2 cycle vertically. So 2 is one of these. We know that much. 2 cycle. Okay. Hold on. So like if this is a 2, it can't cycle vertically. But this 2, fantastic point. So this 2, if it points here, is in a vertical cycle of length 2, so it can't be in a vertical cycle of length 6. So it can't be part of a vertical cycle length 2, so it must be part of a horizontal cycle length 2, but that would mean that this is a 3, which it can't be. Should have known. That's some rookie shit right there. Okay, we've got a 2 and a 4 here. So this 2, neither of these can be part of a horizontal cycle, because if it was part of a horizontal cycle length 2, then there would have to be a 4 either here or here, which there can't be because there's a 4 here. So these 2s must participate in a vertical cycle. This 2 can't participate in a vertical cycle because this would have to be a 6. So this 2 must participate in a vertical cycle where this is a 5. So this must be a horizontal cycle of length 5. And this must be a vertical cycle of length 2, which means that this is a vertical cycle of length 4. Which means that there must be... Okay, so boom and boom participate. None of these can be a 6. So there must be a 6. There must be a 6 either here or here or here. We knew that already because of Sudoku rules, so that wasn't actually very revelatory. But that's fine. This can't be a 6 because that would be a vertical 2 cycle. So we have to have a 6 here or here because we also can't have a 6 here, right? So we've got our 6s. One of these is... Oops, I don't know why I just said 2. One of these is a 6. That's for goddamn sure. Is there anything we can do about this 5? Okay, the fact that we have a horizontal 3 cycle and a horizontal 5 cycle tells us that 1 and precisely 1 number in this row has to be self-referential. So, we will mark those possibilities in some way. This can't be self-referential because there are 1s here. This can't be self-referential because it would have to be a 5. So either this is a 9, this is a 7, or this is an 8. So one of these is self-referential. Let's color it yellow. Am I right about that? What's the horizontal? Oh, we already have the horizontal 3 cycle. It's like this, right? Yeah. So, okay, one of these is self-referential. Let's make it gold. It's more satisfying. Hi, Star Wargami. Thank you for your service. You've given us many hours of puzzle-solving joy. All right. Where do the 1 and 4 have to go in row 2? What a great question, Star Wargami. Where do the 1 and 4 have to go in row 2? There can't be a 1 here. There can't be a 4 here. There can't be a 1 or a 4 here. So the 1 or 4 have to go here. Yes? Which makes a ton of sense. See, that's something that I would normally ask myself if I was solving a regular Sudoku. But, like, somehow I failed to be able to apply both regular Sudoku solving methods and also, like, difficult Sudoku solving methods. The message shows in my chat, but not in yours. All right. I believe you. So the 4 can't go here because this would be part of a horizontal 2 cycle. And the 1 can't go here because the 1 has to be here or here, right? Here, the 1 and 4 can't go because of this 1 and 4. So, I'm mixing sort of notations, but the 1 and the 4 have to go somewhere here. And is there a reason that, like, the 1 and 4 can't be in one of these places? Okay, so we have a 7-9 pair here. And if the 7 and 9 have to be out here because the 1 and the 4 and the 8 have to be in here, then the only way that we can get the self-reference that we need is here. And then we have a 1-4 pair. Ah, okay. And because this is in the, this has to be a vertical, this has to be a vertical cycle of length 8, right? So we'll call that periwinkle. And this definitely can't be. Okay, so we've got the 7-9 pair and the 1-4 pair here, which is fantastic. So now, can we do anything about the... Well, I mean, we've got the... This is our cycle, but the order can kind of be like whatever, pretty much, right? Yes. Okay. In column 8, if there's a vertical cycle length 8, which means that because this 3 in this column is a self-reference, nothing else can be a self-reference. So in other words, this can't be 1, which we already knew because the 1 is here. This can't be a 4, which we already knew. This can't be a 5. This can't be a 6, which we already knew. This can't be a 7. This can't be 8. This can't be a 9. We already knew this couldn't be an 8, etc. That can't be a 2, though, because it makes the 6 up there a 2 cycle. I agree that this can't be a 2. Oh, I guess you're right. That's how we came up with this 2 anyway, right? Right. So this can't be a 2 and this can't be a 2 because this 2 is here, / because this was anyway. So, okay, one of these has to be a 2, which means that the 2 around this circle has to be here. So we've got this 2 and this 1. Cash money right there. Okay. Consider the 7 in the 1, 2, 7 triple. If it's vertical, no matter where it goes. Okay, give me a second. Let me color this. So we already know that this is horizontal. Not that that really matters. It's a horizontal 1 cycle. This can't be vertical. Wait. This can't be a vertical 2 cycle. because it would have to be pointed at by this as a 6, and we know that this isn't a 6, so it has to be horizontal, so this has to be a 1 as well. I guess I answered my own question. So that's a way that we can get the 7. So this is the not given one, if I've like solved this correctly, and this has to be part of a horizontal 2 cycle. Anyway, this has to be part of a horizontal 7 cycle, because it can't be part of a vertical 7 cycle because it points to itself. I mean, you just mooted my insight by doing it a less complicated way. All right, sorry, David. Okay, so this points to this 3, and because you can't have a 7 cycle and a 3 cycle in the same direction, this has to be a vertical 3 cycle. So let's call it that periwinkle. That means that this has to be... This can't be a 7, for what it's worth. All right. So whatever this points to has to be a 7, I guess. So that's cool. Now 7 points to this, and there has to be something that's a 2 as well. Okay, so if this is a 1 cycle, then we have to have another 1 cycle. Oh, the other 1 cycle is here. Okay, so nothing else in this row. So let's remember, all of the currently highlighted squares can't be self-referential. They cannot be self-referential. Walk through my logic anyways, in the interest of time? No. What is 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3? Well, that's 11. Oh, implying that this can't be a horizontal cycle. This has to be a vertical cycle. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because we already have a cycle of a horizontal cycle in row 6 of length 2 and 6. And we've got this self-reference, which is a cycle length 1. This has to be a vertical cycle length 3. And these two probably, because these are both vertical cycles of length 3, it does something interesting. Oh. No, that doesn't help. So like whatever this points to has to have a 6 in it, I guess, is the moral of the story. Are there any more of those? No, it doesn't look like it. Because we've solved all the... Oops. I almost cleared the whole thing. Yikes. Well, we need a 5 somewhere here. So that's still on the table. And the 5 is also part of a cycle. Ah. There can't be a 5 here because it can't be a horizontal cycle of length 5 in this row or a vertical cycle of length 5 in this column because of this 8 and the 7 respectively. So there's a 5 here or here. There can't be a horizontal cycle of length 5 or a vertical cycle of length 5 here. So that's not there. So there has to be a vertical cycle of length 5 here. Okay. So now we've got this 3 and this 5, which means there has to be a singular self-reference in this column. Where can that be? There can't be a 1 here. There can't be a 2 here. There can't be a 3 here. There can't be a 4 here. There can't be a 5 here. There can't... So there has to be a 7... Either a 7... Sorry. Either an 8 here or a 9 here. How do I notate that? One of these has to be a self-reference. We'll notate that with black. Either this has to be an 8 or this has to be a 9, I guess. Right? So there has to be... Okay, so the 6 in this... There has to be either a 6 here or here, because there can't be a 6 here. Oh no, there can be a 6 either here or here, so never mind. My logic doesn't work. Oh, there can't be a 6 here. There can't be a 6 here because then this would have to be an 8 for this 3 cycle to work. There can be a 6 here because this can be a 9. So the 6 in this column has to be here, here, or here. I guess I know that now. I don't have a lot of experience with Sudoku stuff, so I need like heavy chat assistance when I'm doing any of these puzzles. Row 3, column 9 makes it a 2 cycle. Sorry. Row 3, column 9 makes it a 2 cycle. What a fantastic point. You are absolutely correct. So there has to be either a 6 here or a 6 here. Which is cool. Ah, hold on. If this is a 6 here, then it points to here, which means that this has to be a 1, but we can't have a 1 because the 1 is here or here. Which means that this has to be a 6. Gotcha. And if this, then this has to be a 9 as well, right? There we go. You can fill a 5 with regular Sudoku. Ah, shit. Damn it. I can fill a 5 with regular Sudoku. I hate it when I miss the regular Sudoku. And I suppose I can notate that one of these is a 5, huh? And then 5, 5, 5. Then we get a 5 here. Absolutely correct. Ah, and then 3, 5, 9. No, this is a 7 then, right? Which points to itself here. But that doesn't really mean anything. All right, okay. 3, 5, 7. Sick. All right, that helped us. That helped us. And then we've got a 7, 7s, and then there's 7s here. So this is a 7, regular Sudoku. Now what do we do? That means that this has to be a self-reference, by the way, so we can just do this. Right. So now we've got our vertical cycle. Okay, so now none of this stuff can be self-referential. Which we pretty much already knew, because this can't be a 4, this can't be a 1, this can't be a 2, this can't be a 5, so that's fine. That's why we figured out the self-referential stuff. Do you mean there has to be an 8 here by regular Sudoku rules? Because if so, you're absolutely correct. All right, let's take a second to do some Sudoku, right? So there has to be an 8 here, so that means there have to be 8s here. 8 here, it's not that helpful. Oh, hold on. There has to be, okay, what's missing in this box? 5, 9, 1, 4, 2, right? Okay, well, 2 has to be here or here. But, listen. Okay, aha! Okay, I figured something out. I think there has to be a 2 here. Because, okay, so, this middle has to have a 5 and a 9, and either a 1 or a 4. So there's a 594 triple or a 591 triple in this column, in this box. So the 2 has to go here. I hope that's right. Which means this is either 1 or 4. Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? And then what's in this column? Yeah, this has to be a 1 or a 4, which means that we have like a 1-4 pair here. Which means that this is a 7. Am I right about that? Chat, help me out. So this is a 7. And this is a 1-4 pair with this, I think. 7 doesn't super help. Assuming that was right, row 2, column 9 can't be a 4. Because that would make an illegal 2 cycle. Well, that would make an illegal 2 cycle. Didn't follow the previous step, but assuming it's right. Well, here's what I'm thinking. This can't be a... Okay, 5914 is all that's left here. And this can't be a 5 or a 9, so it has to be a 1 or a 4. It's that simple. Well, it was basically the logic I used to get the 2, right? I think it works. So this can't be a 4 because then it would point to this 2 and it would make an illegal vertical cycle. Like all we have is this self-reference, and then nothing else can be like a smaller than like everything else has to participate in the 5 cycle, which means this has to be a 1 and this has to be a 4. But then this can be, we don't have anything on that, right? That would mean that this has to be a 4. And this has to be, well, there's a 1 here. Which means there's a 1 here. And then there's like a 159 triple here. Can we do more Sudoku now, maybe? Row 2, column 5. If this is a 7, then we have, 3 cycle. Very, very well found. Okay. So we've got our 9 and our 7, which means that we've got our 5 and our 9 here. And then this is what? What do we have here? We need a 2 and a 6. Am I right about that? So this is a 2 and this is a 6 maybe? Which means this is a 6 because this can't be a 6. And maybe now Sudoku just gets us there. What do we need here? We need... Okay. We need... So this is a 1, 8, 3 triple? A 1, 3, 8 triple? Right? This is a double that needs what? 7 and 4? So we got a 7-4 double here. No thanks, I suck at Sudoku. That's funny. Okay. Is there more we can do with just Sudoku? Or just the cycles even? Let's see. This 3 cycle we figured out forever ago. What are the cycles? We got this 8 cycle. I don't know that there's really very much that we can do with that. There's probably more Sudoku here. Okay, so this is a horizontal 6 cycle, right? I don't know which one of these is... Okay, so 7 has to be a part of the cycle. So 6 and 7, which means that 3 has to be part of the cycle. We already got the 2 cycles, so we know that what these 3 things have to be. They have to be 9, 5, 8, which is also just something that we already know. Okay, so like this or this has to be 9 for what it's worth. Like that. CTC Apple has you two-tone? Gotcha. New running unmodded puzzles. 7 can't be in row 4, column 4. Row 4, column 4 is here. Saying there can't be a 7 here. Oh, there can't be a 7 here because this points to this, points to this. And then this would have to be involved, so it can't be a 4 cycle? Which is like some advanced... That's like some deep learning shit. That was crazy. Yeah, there can't be a 7 here. So that means that there has to be a 7 here or here. If that's what you meant. It worked. There's a 7 here or here. Okay, so if you have a vertical 2 and a vertical 4... We need... So that's 6. So we need like a vertical 3 cycle or a 1 and a 2 cycle or 3 1 cycles. Now, this can't be a 7. This can't be an 8. This can't be a 4. And we don't have any current self-references. So there can be a 1 cycle and a 2 cycle, but there can't be 2 1 cycles. The 4 has to point to something that points to a 3. I agree with that. So like this and this are part of the cycle. Oh, sorry. No, I thought that this briefly was that. Sorry, ignore my highlighting earlier. So this 4 and this 3 are part of the cycle, and this is also part of the cycle. And so this has to point to something that's got a 3 in it. Let's go back to, okay, so what can we have in this part of the 4 cycle? So the thing that the number, whatever this points to has to be a 3. So this can't be a 7 because it can't be a 7. It also can't be an 8, by the way. So it can't be either of these. So this is either 1 or 9. If this was a 9, could this be a 3? Or this would have to be a 1 and this would have to be a 3. So this is either a 1 or a 9, right? Evie says, row for com4 has to be a 1. It rules out everything but 179, which then points at either something that makes a 3 cycle or something that has 2 and 8 digits to be a 4 cycle. Wait. What? But if this is a 9, can't this be a 3? Am I tripping balls? 9, 3, 6, 4? That's a 4 cycle. What's that? What happens if it's a 9? Am I wrong? I must be miscalculating something. Give me a second, chat. Give me a sec. Why is 9, 3? Sorry, let me calc. 3, 9, 6, 4. That's a 4 cycle. 9, 2, 4. Illegal horizontal cycle. It's so obvious. So this has to be a 3, which means this is a 1. And this is a vertical cycle of length 1, obviously. Could have pre-highlighted. Okay. Fantastic. So if that means that now this has to be a 1 cycle and this has to be a 2 cycle. Because of the way that cycles work, right? Because we can have a 3 cycle, I think. Maybe. So like this has to be 9, a 7, and an 8. I'm pretty sure. This, by the way, is whatever is left here that isn't. This is an 8, I think. Okay, so 4. This is a horizontal cycle. 4, 1, boom. 2. So this has to be a 9. That means this is a 5 and 5, and this is a 9. That's exactly the opposite of what it means, actually. This is a 5 and this is a 9. I'm tired, Chad. I'm sorry. Okay. So there's a 5 here, which means that this is whatever's left in this box, which is a 6, maybe? And so this is a 3 or a 4, right? This is a 3-4 pair, I believe. What other cycles do we have here? I guess we don't really have any. What do we need in this? I think we can just regular Sudoku probably. We got a bunch of 7s here. So this is just a 7. So we need something to break those. That's fine. What else do we need in this row, by the way? One of these is a 9. That doesn't really help. 9. So we need a 7. Oh. Then this has to be a 1 for, apparently I already solved that some time ago. So what do we need in here? There's a 9 that we need and a 5, right? 9, 5. Okay, so one of these is a 9. Doesn't super help. The 4 cycle on the 6th row. This is the 6th row. There's no 4 cycle here. This is vertical. This is a vertical cycle. Sorry, 5, 9, and box 6. But we can't. Oh yeah, 5, 9 in box 6. So this is a 9. Which means that this is a 5. So this is 7 and 6, right? Yeah. So this is a 6 because of this 6, which means that this is a 7, which means this is a 7, which means this is a 4. We're getting there. Chat, we're almost there. We're so close. 4's here. We're so close. Row 3 column 5 is not 5. Row 3 column 5 is not 5. Why? Let's see. Maybe because of a cycle? Oh, because of a vertical cycle. Because there's a vertical 3 cycle and a... so this can't be self-referential. So this has to be an 8. So this is a 5. Nice, nice. So we've got a 5, 8 pair here, which means that these are 3 and 9. So this is a 9 and this is a 3. So this isn't a 3, so we've got a 3 in one of these. What do we need in here? 5, 8. We've already got the 8. We got the 5. No 8 here or here, so there's an 8 here, which means that there is a 6, I think. It's all coming together, chat. Okay, so there's in 3, 4. So here there's a 9, 5, 2, maybe? So there's like a 5 here or here, I think. And a 2, who knows where that 2 is. Can I find some 2s? Want to buy 2s. There's 2 here or here, which means that there's a 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a 9 here or here, which means this is a 9 and this is a 1. Which means this is a 9. So one of these is a 1, so this is the 1. No, there's already a 1 here. I'm such a dangus. Sorry, what's missing in here? 2. One of these is a 2. Okay, my bad. And then... I'm so close. Like it's solved. I just need to get my rear in gear. No, it's exactly the opposite of what I said just now. There's an 8 up here. I mean, I was right that this can't, but that there doesn't need to be another 8 in this column was the thing that I was missing. Oh god. It's hard to play this game, all right? So there has to be a 1 here and a 3 here. Okay. Let's see. God damn it. Okay. There's a 3 here, so there's a 3 here and a 4 here. This is a 2 or a 4, right? This can't be a 2 because I need... okay, 8 cycle. That's the one. Okay, it was... Wow, it cycles all the way to the end is necessary? That's shocking. That's absolutely shocking. So this has to be a 2, so this is a 4. Which is sick. So... we need more... cycle, maybe? 6 cycle? 7... 9, and there's the 3 is pointed to. So this 6 cycle. Okay, so what's the 3 cycle? The 3 cycle is this. So like these have to be in a cycle. But both of them work to be in a cycle, right? Maybe. Oh, 5, 8 is where it doesn't. Oh, we found it. So easy clap. Okay, easy clap. We did it. Okay, all right. Whew. Okay. We did it, chat. It only took just under 2 hours. With the heavy help from the chat. But hey, we got there. Yay. Sub 2 hours. Let's go. I anticipate this is probably hypers. This is probably like a relatively easy... like exotic constraints puzzle, right? As far as they go. for people who are a lot more experienced than I am. But I had a lot of fun. I thought it was really interesting.